We're talking about Cuties.
But how it was made, it's a big part of the fucking movie. That's what we're talking about right now.
So put it this way, Carlos. Now, if you ever see another parent drag their child to like a beauty pageant, you ain't gonna like look at them a little funny now. You ain't gonna be like, damn, you really gonna expose your child like that? I feel like.
But what I'm trying to say is, I already thought about that before.
Yo, but not every
kids. You don't need to see that movie in order to get the message.
What I'm trying to understand is you're not the majority, bro. Is what I'm trying to let you know. Like, yo, apparently you're not. I would love for you to be the majority, but you're not. Yo, there's a lot of shitty parents out there that just don't give a fuck. That's the problem.
Yeah, man.
Like now, if I have a child, I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna need that phone by 9 o'clock. Like, I need to be more on top of that.
There's parents that actually condone that behavior, and you see it.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, oh, you know, for an example, when this whole WAP music video came out, there's a lot of mothers out there recreating that scene that Cardi B did in front of their kids. I see it.
With their kids, bro.
With their kids.
I know.
But that's okay. But that's okay.
On TikTok, my nigga.
Yeah. I don't see that as okay, and I see that as contradicting when they're saying that. Oh, why is this movie so vulgar? Well, this is what the fuck they see at home. I'm sorry. So
I guess
it's
I guess the issue that I have. I guess the issue that I have. But listen, the issue that I had, besides all the points that I already made and the way the movie was made and things like that, is that it just happens to come at a very, very specific time.
Like
right?
It's funny, man.
It is coming at a time where pedophilia modernization is at the highest. That's my issue. Is that they have an agenda to push this as far as it possibly can.
I disagree with you.
Hold on. They have an agenda to push this as far as they can and test people as far as they can, and as you know, you can edit that. As far as they can, you know, to normalize pedos. And this coming out and ranking 7, it's not by accident, right?
Hold on. Can I say something? Have you seen the movie Hustlers with J-Lo and Cardi B?
I haven't, but I heard about it.
So it's like a show about like a movie about.
I know what it's about. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, J-Lo.
If this movie, if those scenes were in that context of, you know, trying like a little girl trying to become a stripper, I would understand. But I think the message behind the actual movie is not in a pedophile type of way. It's if anything, it's bringing awareness to what's out there.
Yeah,
and we're trying to fight against it. I mean, if the girls were twerking in a different type of video, in a different type of context, it would be completely different.
Oh my god, bro!
Bro. It would be completely different.
Was an hour and a half of straight twerking.
Yeah, that would be different. They're showing, showing what the girl is going.
Well, you need an hour and a half to have a valid argument here. You need an hour and a half of girls twerking for you to have a problem with it.
But I mean, what would you replace those scenes with? You know,
what happened?
What would you replace those scenes with? Like, what would you? Be your ideal movie?
All right. You know, you can have your twerking, right? You can have your twerking, right? Because that's how you guys want to get the point across. Let's say you want to have your twerking.
No. How do you want it?
How do I want it? Regular dancing, right? I would want a regular dancing. Have the girl suffer a little bit when it comes to like not getting accepted and things like that, but not showing her body parts.
But then it would just be a regular video about somebody who can't.
I wouldn't have the cameras focus on their asses. I wouldn't have scenes focus on her underwear and butt.
Yo, you know what movie you just made? You basically just made High School Musical. That's what you just made, bro.
You know what? I'd rather make High School Musical than be into this type of fucking shit.
No.
So let me tell you this, Carlos. There was something you said. Is
this a movie that you guys will watch again?
I didn't want to watch it the first time.
No. Okay. Would you watch it again? Anybody?
No.
Is there a need to watch it again?
No, there's no need to watch it the first time. It's not my type of film.
I don't even watch good movies over again. Once I see it, I see it.
Same.
Here's one thing that I want to bring up. Like this movie, now I lost my train of thought because y'all talk too much. All right, keep going.
All right, so I was gonna cut Carlos off at one point because he said this movie came out at a time where pedophilia is at a all-time high, and I just don't agree with that because pedophilia has been around for a very long time. Our second president, Thomas Jefferson, at 44, was married to a 14-year-old.
Yeah, but it wasn't. But
wasn't known.
But you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it hasn't been around. I'm not saying that it hasn't been even higher back then. What I'm saying now is that it's trying to be.
It's actually a lot more now.
I don't think it's trying to be legalized a lot more now.
Wait. For those of you watching, go back. I'm gonna select the link up above. It's gonna be that video. We made a video about this. We made a video about how the pedophilia is coming more mainstream. So you guys sitting there telling me that's not a thing, it's incorrect. We made a video about it.
No one's arguing that it's not mainstream.
Right, yo, there was a lot of different sides to the arguments. I never said it was mainstream. I said it was being more acceptable as a disease, so people could get cured or get put away.
We're going off topic.
That's how you normalize it.
So I want to bring back what one of the messages of the movie that I took away, right? And that's like showing
mental pictures, man. Fuck.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I think what the movie is showing how we may be a part of this pedophile child molestation.
I agree.
That we're also, responsible for why there's so many child molesters out there, why there's so many pedophilia. We're basic. The movie's like, look, you see this mirror.
But also,
wait, bring back the push.
It's my nigga, damn.
No, you can't say we. You gotta say American people, because when you say we,
when I say we, I obviously mean a generalization.
All right, so make sure you say that. Make sure you say that.
Hashtag bring the bush. Bring the bush back.
You're into semantics all the time.
No, like Julio said before, people, we give them way too much credit. So we gotta be very specific with what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah. So basically, it's showing us that we may be part of the problem. This little girl, there was a message. This little girl wanted to be accepted. She wanted to dance. Then that got her into all these other mediums. She was watching YouTube and shit. That's real life. That's us. That's why there's so much child molestation, because we're letting this sort of shit happen. Like when I saw this movie, I kept thinking about my own daughter. I was like, holy shit, these are the things I gotta look out for. These are the issues that might happen in my own household.
Yeah.
That's the emotion that was stirring up inside me. I wasn't thinking, oh man, look at that ass jiggle. Oh, that's fucking good. No, I was thinking, damn, this is my daughter. This could happen to my daughter. Yep. I'm not concentrating on these other things. I'm concentrating on what the message is.
But you also have to understand.
I'm not thinking, oh man, I can't believe there was 360 auditions. Get the fuck out of here. There was a message.
But you know why?
Awareness to how our society.
But you know why I'm taking it?
Let shit slide.
The reason why I'm taking it so hard is because I don't see myself being one of those parents. So I don't have a problem with that right now. Right now, my daughters are behaving, right? So unless I have an issue with that and I could relate myself to like, oh shit, what is my daughter doing on TikTok? I don't have an issue with that right now, right? So that's why I took it so hard. It's like, how does anybody allow their kids to perform for a movie like this? This is where I
get it.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
I'm not part of that circle, and I can't understand how anybody could be part of that circle.
But yet the thing is, your kid can encounter other kids that have.
That is true.
My girl's cousin, right, has a daughter. She's 18. I've known her since she was like 13, right? She's been smoking hookah since 13. She's been seeing her mother do all this other crazy shit. Now she has a baby at like fucking 17. She's still smoking hookah. She's trying to get into clubs. And it's like, yo, that's fucking disgusting, bro. And I've been telling my girl, we're like, yo, why don't you tell your cousin to fucking straighten up, bro? Like she has a daughter who now she might have like like herpes. Like, I don't know, bro. It's crazy. And you're so close to the family. Like she can encounter my own daughter. You just don't know who's going to meet your kid. Yeah, just like you said, you control all aspects of your kid. So to benefit society, we have to create content like this to make awareness, to get people to be like, yo, we got to agree that this shit is not acceptable.
I agree with that. But again, my issue has always been, I'm not agreeing with the movie. I'm not agreeing with the message behind the movie. I'm agreeing. My issue is with the actual actors, which is, unfortunately, we had to sacrifice these 4 little girls in order to get this point across.
You gotta blame the parents, and it wasn't a sacrifice. They got paid. The parents got paid. If you want to talk shit, you better talk to those parents, because I will tell you.
Yeah, got paid. The parents got paid. And the only thing is that Jose made a point back, when we first started recording, basically saying that they all had a choice. No one was holding a gun to their head. For all we know, the parents had a choice. The kid had no choice. You can't say that they had a choice.
That's a fair argument.
They had a choice. point blank. So for all we know, that those kids are damaged when they grow up. We don't know that, but they might be.
But with that being said,
can you say for certain that this is not going to impact them when they're older?
Oh, it absolutely will. Just like any other Hollywood star, though. You can say that about any kid. Look at Macaulay Culkin, Home Alone kid.
He made a lot of great movies, and he went crazy.
But this movie is the issue. When you're making a movie, like let's say Home Alone or whatever the case is, you're making a movie that has a specific purpose. You know, it's a kids movie. It's different than when you're making a movie trying to make a point to adults. Mind you, this movie is mature only. It's not even rated R.
That doesn't make sense, Carlos. Yo, there's a lot of.
I'm gonna play a little bit.
Hold on. I gotta put my charger. My sister's about to die. Hold on.
I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate, just because, like, I can understand these parents. They didn't see this movie as, oh, we want our daughter to be a fucking whore on TV.
No, they wanted to spread the message.
They also.
I mean, you gotta live with your decisions. I don't care what you think. That's not what happened.
They saw this as an opportunity for a very dramatic and a heavy tone.
No,
movie.
they saw it as a fucking hatred.
Wait, calm the fuck down. That could be on their resume. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Like this is the sort of tone that you want a professional actor to try to undertake. You know, you want a kid to fucking, you know, be known. Like this might be one of the ways, like to take on a heavy emotional role and see if they.
I'm sorry.
With it.
It's
Now
that's bro. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Like I also don't agree with little kids dancing in the Puerto Rican parade in their panties. Like I don't agree with that shit.
Yeah.
Like
you see it, but it's normal now. Like it's
that's the problem.
It's
That's the problem.
Yeah, but I mean, I personally would recommend the movie to more parents. Like, I would want more parents to see what's going on. You know, and like a lot of parents don't even want to talk about sex with their kids. You know, they're like, no, I'll talk to them when they're like 13, 14. Like, bro, that's pretty late. You know, like you need to talk to them when they're 6, 7 years old because they're already being exposed to these types of things. And it's like you see, you know, again, the Cardi B's and Nicki Minaj's. Everybody idolizes them. They idolize these women.
Oh, my daughter knows better than that.
But these are the same women that, you know, are getting into our daughters' heads. And when they start seeing these very explicit videos, the music videos that are accessible to the kids, you know, this is what the kids are going to be mimicking. And maybe we don't see it to complain about it, but they actually put it into perspective. Like, this is what's going on in real life, you know, and that basically gives you guys, you know, a better sense of what's going on without being there. And again, it's just me seeing the world in an 11-year-old's mind.
And there's you can find a dime a dozen you know, parents that will say my kid knows better than that, and you see kids hide shit, bro.
I agree 100%. I agree with you 100% on that. Yeah,
like, I don't doubt your daughter. I know your daughter is like,
no, but I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying.
It's scary, bro.
And I know how I was. I would do things behind my parents' back. So trust me, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, they were, again, I sound like a broken record. I could have, you know, there are 2,500 different ways how to make this movie that will send the same message across, and without actually, we don't see it that way, right? Without actually exploiting these kids. I feel like they exploited these kids. That's what I feel. I feel like these kids, mind you, like you said, when they had a gun to their head, for all we know, these kids didn't want to do that, but their parents wanted some money. Their parents wanted some cash. Their parents wanted their children to be famous. Now they're in this movie, showing themselves like that.
I agree.
For all we know, they might have wanted to do it. But let's say they didn't. Let's say 2 out of those girls did not want to do it. Isn't that child exploitation right there? Especially making a movie like this. It's one thing to make them act.
You're making assumptions.
It's one thing to make them.
Yeah, you definitely are, bro.
But listen, it's one thing to make them act. It's one thing to make them record a movie. It's another thing to make them record a movie about their bodies and showing their bodies the way they did.
But there was no nudity. I mean, to an extent, there was no nudity either.
First of all, how do you know those girls that were like this and showed their boobies, right? There was a girl. There was a nudity part.
She wasn't the age of the other girls though. She was older.
She was older, and it was a video.
She was older, but how old? Does anybody here know?
No.
Over 18.
But I heard.
What's her name? Because I want to know.
I don't know. I didn't look.
So you're guessing now. You're guessing.
But you are too, though. You are too, bro.
I'm making assumptions just like you. I'm making assumptions just like you.
No. But I asked a question. How do we know that we didn't see child pornography right there?
How do you know these kids were forced to do the movie?
I don't. I said that earlier already.
Yeah.
So I mean, Carlos, I don't get what you're trying to do here. I see what you're trying to do, but you're reaching at straws at this point, bro. We just don't know.
I'm reaching because I believe that these kids were exploited. All right.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, that's my opinion.
There's a difference between exploitation, which is trying to benefit from somebody else, right?
Which I'm sure they did.
And then there's depiction, right? Yep. Depicting what they're trying to do is depict the world that we live in. Now, what do you see? Do you see them trying to benefit from? If it was just simply to benefit, they probably wouldn't have put a heavy-handed message. They're trying to depict a scenario that we live in. It's
can we just?
And you might be right. You might be right. The producer of this movie, that was probably her agenda. She wanted to get this message across. But I don't believe that the parents that took their kids to create this movie did it for that same reason.
But let me tell you this, Carlos. So you think out of the 650 students that auditioned,
first of all,
it's not students. Whatever. The 650 kids that auditioned, all of them were exploited. All of them, yo. Or they got the 4 that were exploited. None of the other ones were there for their own personal reasons. They were all exploited.
Question. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You said they were probably exploited. You want to believe that. You want to make that assumption. I'm telling you now, the 650, I doubt that the 5 they picked were the ones exploited.
I said probably, and we don't know how the audition went.
I'm not saying you're not wrong. What I'm saying is the chances of you being right are slim. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's not impossible, but
my chances of me being right after seeing this movie are actually very high.
I don't get it. I don't how.
If this is what hit the camera, if this is what actually hit the final stage,
show me
what happened in the back end?
I want to see the backstage interview, bro. I want to see the backstage interview, bro. Like, come on, man.
I ain't looking for that one.
Like, Carlos, we agree. Like, we all.
No, we don't.
We all.
We don't. This is the man cave. We're all allowed to have different opinions.
Yes.
I get it, yo, but yo, you're really oof.
Yeah.
Ooh, my guy.
All the way in because
I think you're letting this little aspect control the whole thing of what this movie was about.
And what's happening is people are underestimating how big that little aspect is. That's the problem.
Yeah, but you're making so many huge assumptions. The industry alone has just millions of people, millions of kids auditioning for different movies, and to suggest that there's just a huge widespread exploitation by millions of parents. I don't know. That's.
I don't think it seems that far fetched after this.
Absolutely does, because there's so many kids doing so much dumb shit just to get on TikTok and get the likes. Yeah. It's kind of hard to fathom. They don't want that exposure.
But I'm not disagreeing with that either. You're almost making it seem like I have to pick one or the other.
Wait.
On that.
Is it looking like I'm reaching?
I'm agreeing with you, but the point that you guys are missing out is that what happens at TikTok, these children are creating it on their own time, right? No supervision.
You're justifying it.
Hold on.
You're justifying.
These kids are creating. No, I'm not. Listen to what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
These kids are creating that in their own time, and it's wrong 110%. But what I'm trying to say is even worse when you have an adult actually condoning this behavior and actually telling these kids how to act.
But does your daughter have TikTok? Does your daughter have TikTok?
Yes. And I watch every video she does. What?
Why don't you have the same level of energy? Why don't you take off TikTok?
No, because I watch all her videos.
But why?
I watch all her videos.
You watch all her videos, but you can't watch all the videos that she watches.
Yeah,
I don't know what she watches.
No, actually, you can't. You actually can't. It's called by the searches. You can see what's been searched.
Too much. They go through the 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Can't you just clear it?
Hey.
But what I'm trying to say is not that I'm not blaming the kids. This is the part that you guys are misunderstanding. You guys are blaming the kids. Oh, they can do it on TikTok. You're right. They can. And they probably will. The only bad part about this is that when you have a director and you have parents and you have older people condoning this behavior, that's my issue.
But they're not.
That's fine. The whole TikTok point didn't come because of that, though. It just came because you said these kids are being exploited, and I'm telling you that I doubt that that's the case. It could be true, but it's highly unlikely because they are looking for exposure, and that's free exposure through TikTok, and that's not for the world.
Different arguments. It's two different arguments.
Yeah, but you're saying like there's directors and these parents condoning this behavior. They're not condoning a behavior. Like they're condoning the act.
Okay.
They're acting. You have to remember. Look, this is gonna be a heavy scene.
But you guys just said.
Let me finish.
You guys just said.
Damn, though.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
The directors and the writers, right? They're saying they're telling the kids, look, this is gonna be a heavy scene. Like if you ever seen behind the scenes, like how they work out scenes, they're not just like, throwing dollar bills and like, yo, shake that ass. No, they're telling them like, look, this is the scene. This is what you're gonna say. These are the emotions that you're gonna be experiencing. This is what the character is going through. You know, her mom is this, her mom is that. They're acting. It's acting.
But so, isn't that the same thing with TikTok?
Condoning behavior is saying there is a child on TikTok who's shaking their ass. There's no producers in the background, but I'm condoning it because I'm letting it happen. That's condoning.
Okay.
What's happening in a movie is acting.
Yeah.
They're going into a role.
You could call it what you want. At the end of the day, if I tell an 11-year-old, let's say I'm a producer, and I tell an 11-year-old, you're gonna perform oral sex on this gentleman, it's good.
It is not the same thing, bro.
No, you're reaching right now. There was no oral sex. There was
because it couldn't get that part, right? It could get that far. It could get that far.
We're not talking about hypothetical.
That's my opinion. You guys don't have to agree, and that's fine. This is why we have the Man Cave Talks. At the end of the day, everybody here has their own opinion. No one's right, no one's wrong. To me, I'm right. To you guys, you're right. It is what it is. I don't condone this shit. I'm not saying you guys condone it either. We have different opinions, and I'm gonna leave my opinion on that. I think this movie had a great message behind it. It was poorly executed. That's my opinion on that. It could have been 25 different hundred ways. I mean, okay. 25 different ways.
Okay, there you go. All right, so you just disagree that there's parents out there willing to have their kids act. All right, cool. So I mean, there was a message. There was a message.
Yeah. Whatever. If that's what acting is, and no one here will place their daughters in that movie, I can't be that far.
Can we just make? I just want to add one more point before we close this off. Can we just agree the cancel Netflix was kind of stupid to begin with? Because you're gonna cancel it off one movie, like yo.
No. I would say cancel the movie. I would say cancel Netflix. I mean,
that's like defunding the police.
They have way too many good movies for this one to ruin it for the
video.
What?
Guys, but I think, guys, you should watch. I mean, everybody, the audience, you guys should watch the video. Let us know what you guys think. Give us your feedback and your opinions. You know, was it too much? Could it have been done differently, or was it executed right? And did you guys get the message out of it?
And just a disclaimer.
Please make sure that disclaimer is out there.
We're all on the same team. It's just that some are attacking from the sky and others attacking from the sea, but we're all attacking the same enemy, which is pedophilia and child molestation.
100%.
We're just trying
to bring the Bush back.
Yeah.
He wants Harriet Bush. I'm not with that.
Hey, I'll fight in my fight. You fight yours, all right? You use bazookas, I'll use my little knife, my little pistol. We get it done.
So
I mean, I know what I'm gonna get you for Christmas. It's a pair of slippers, bro.
I want a fur rug, bro. A fur rug.
All right, let's rope this back in. So, like Tito said, if you have any comments, just let us know. You know, this is it's a hot button issue. Like, just keep us posted. You know, watch the video. If you didn't watch the movie, I completely understand. That's completely your right. If you did watch the movie, what do you think about it? You know, like, just let us know. Like Carlos says, no one's right, no one's wrong. Is, you know, but we're all right about how child molestators should die. So that being said, yo, this is the Man Cave, baby. We out.
This video has me tired, man. We out. I'm gonna walk away from this.
You're going to the gym?
I don't even know what time. I don't even want to go to the gym anymore, man.
It's 9 o'clock. You got time.
Yeah, but we got conversation, man.
Move away from the camera so that way I can edit this nice.
This is part of the walk away.
This is part of the walk away. I'm out.